This video was brought to you by No Limit Gaming, Pixel Palace Games, Heroes in Games, and Worthy Financial.
Hey guys, it's Evan here. So for today's video, I want to share a deck profile for 3-Axis Dragon Link. And the reason why I want to make this deck profile is because of the recent September ban list. And there were two important changes in my opinion that make this particular Dragon Link build more viable. So we have Tour Guide getting unbanned, getting unlimited to 3. And then we also have Rusty Bardiche going to 1. So I think this particular build of Dragon Link can utilizes the Bardiche to its full potential, and let's get started. So first, obviously, I play Tour Guide at 3. It's the best normal summon of the deck. It does the entire combo by itself. And then also play the Predaplan engine. This is also a really good normal summon. It pretty much does the same thing as the Tour Guide, but the combo route is just a bit different at the start, but once you get to Needle Fiber, everything is the same. You do require, for this combo, you do require 2 discards, so it's a bit less optimal, but it really doesn't matter. For the last normal summon that I play is Mathematician, and the reason why I play at 1 because this card does not do the combo by itself. You do need a level 3 extender to perform the full combo if you start with Mathematician. And then for Burning Abyss, I play 1 Seer, 1 Graph, 1 Libic. Even though these 2 are unlimited, I still play 1 because I don't really want to see them in my starting hand. I play Libic just to unbreak either Seer or Graph whenever I still see them in my starting hand. For the Phantom Knights, I play 1 Cloak, 2 Boots, really standard. 1 Wyvern Buster, 1 Glassburn. So for this card in this build, you don't really use them at the start of the combo. In regular Dragon Link, you search and buy safer, and then you go into Striker Dragon and the Romulus. But for this build, you actually search it by Brotor, and it is used at the quite late in the combo. And then Red Rose Dragon, White Rose Dragon, part of the combo piece, and then Brotor, like I explained before, you usually search one of the dragons, and then I also have Lavenir in this build, so that can be act as an extender if you already have one of the dragons in your hand. And then I play Black Metal Dragon and Darkness Metal just so that I can have I can diversify the LP targets. And then moving on to extenders, I play the Speedroid engine. This is also really good. It's so good that you don't have to waste the normal summon to do the combo. Even though Terratop's at 1, but it's just way too good of a card to not have. 3 Kagemusha Nai, 2 Berserker Wielder or extenders, 1 Tsushinoko, 1 Jackalope. So they are also really good card. They help you go into carriers more easily, and also they can be act as a discard targets for Brotor or Predaplan, so that you can still get pluses even if you discard. Carbonadon and Glassy Serpent. This is what you usually send off with Cherubini, and then you use Carbonadon to summon out Glassy Serpent, which goes into Needle Fiber. If you draw this card, it's not really end of the world because this is conveniently a level 3, and if you have other extenders in your hand, you can still play out of combo. And then if you draw this is a bit more awkward than Carbonadon, but remember, Carbonadon can also special summon normal monsters from your hand, so not a bad thing, but it does mean that you are kind of starting your combo with less hands. Baby Dragon, this is also a target for Carbonadon. It's also level 3, also Dragon type, and it's also Wind type. So the reason why I want to use this because I also play 3 copies of Unexpected Die. This is also you can also act as an extender. Also, if you ever join to target Tomborg, you can normal summon this and then spare summon target Tomborg so that you can unbreak your hand. It doesn't really come out that often, but it's nice to have. And for the rockets, I play one auto rocket and one tracer. So I don't go into Borolo Dragon with this build, which is the reason why I want to play the tracer at 3, but still want to play it because the rockets, this auto rocket is just really good. It's a level 3 as well. And then tracer is a tuner, also helps go into Needle Fiber if I don't, if for Cherubini I have to send Burning Abyss instead of Carbonated. 11 year target for Brotor like I explained before, and for the hand traps, I play 2 Mourner, 2 Ogre, and 2 Ash. The reason why I play all of them at 2 because I want to diversify the hand traps that I have. I mean, it is a 60 card deck, and you don't just draw into them that often. And then Ash is just more generic, the most generic one. Ogre, I play Ogre because I do play Emergency Teleport, and it's not bad against Dragon Link or some other decks, but not the best one. But I just feel like other replacements are just not as good. And then Ghost Mourner, also a wind type like Baby Dragon, like I explained before, when you can unbreak your targeting Tomborg with this. So moving on to spells, I play 3 Quick Launch. It's used to access the rockets. 3 Expanded Die, mainly used for Baby Dragon. 1 Black Garden, part of combo piece, really good card. 1 Foolish Burial, and then 2 Triple Tactics. I will play 3 if I have the space, but I just for now I keep it at 2. I just can't think of any cards to replace. So this is a really good card. I mean, if you resolve this, just due to the sheer amount of extenders that I have in this build, you resolve this, you're still doing a full combo, even if your opponents interrupt your combo. That's just, I think every single combo deck should play this, but if you don't have the budget, I would just recommend you to put in more level 3 extenders to replace the Triple Tactic talent. And for the rest of the one-offs, 1 Monster Reborn, 1 Emergency Teleport, 1 Suffusion, 1 Duster, 1 for 1. And then for the traps, I play 1 Fogblade. Again, like I said before, I don't, just like Triple Tactic's talents, I don't really find a space for the second Fogblade. Brigadine, it helps going into Curious. And then 1 Imperial Order. So the reason why I play Imperial Order is simply because it's probably the most generic Floodgate for a combo deck. It stops Dark Ruler no more, it stops Lightning Strike, also stops Mystic Mine. I think this is best for a combo deck. But if you have any matchup specific Floodgate that you want to put in, I would just put it in the side deck and then set it in game 2 or game 3. Moving on to the extra deck, I play Cherubini. This card is the reason why this variant exists. Garden Rose Maiden, this card is a way too good of a card. It's pretty much a +2 by itself. 1 LP, 1 Pisty, Needle Fiber, Linkross, Rusty Bardiche, Curious to dump the Imperial Order, and then Apollosa, Griffin, you fetches the Imperial Order that was engraved, dumped by Curious. So for Griffin, it's actually some other builds they do link Griffin off for some other link monsters, but for this build, it's actually part of the inboard simply because I just don't have any other good good link monsters to link get away with. Delinquent Dragon, I don't use the Delinquent Dragon's effect that often. This is simply used just to link off the LP and Pisty, and also it's a 1600 attack, which can be used by Black Guardian. Also, Maw Dragon. Maw Dragon is used to summon out the Dragoon, and the Maw Dragon is really good in this build because it's just conveniently a level 6 synchro. You synchro this with Rival's Dragon and any other level 3 of your choice. Everything just comes together naturally for this build. So the name you replace with Maw Dragon is Dark Magician, and then for the dragon, from the other requirement, you use the Delinquent Dragon, which you revive it with Black Guardian. Theseus, this is the target for Instant Fusion. This is the only fusion tuner in the game. So you use this to go into Needle Fiber, and for Cherubini you would dump Graph instead of Carbonatin if you go into the Predator Plane route. And then Access Code Talker. I play Access Code because this is the easiest OTK link monster to make. It does have compared to Burrow Sword, Access Code Talker does not really guarantee your OTK 100% of the time, but because my combo literally used the entire extra deck, so that, which is why Access Code Talker is better for my build, because it's just less awkward to make. And also, usually when I do my combos, more than 50% of the time, I will use almost entirety of my hand, and usually I will just leave one card or two cards in hand, which will be used by Dragoon to negate. Okay, so that's it for the extra deck. Now I just want to move on to some other options that you can consider for this deck, and the reason why I don't play those options. Gildosaurus, this is a good level 3 extender. It can be searched by Fossil Dig, but I don't play it because it's going second. This is not as strong, and also it's a Earth. But Psychic Wielder is also worth Earth. However, Psychic Wielder is a tuner, which helps go into Needle Fiber, so that's why I prefer Psychic Wielder over Gildosaurus. And moving on to Lonefire Blossom. This is also a good normal summon, but it fetches you the Scorpio, of course, but I don't play it because if this gets stopped more than 70% of the time, you don't really have a play to make. When this gets stopped, because it tributes for cost, you don't have a monster left on board. But if you play Scorpio only and Scorpio gets stopped, you still have a monster on board, and then and if you have a level 3 extenders, you can still make your play. You will not make the same good inboard, but still you do still have a play. Chaos Space, and this is the reason why the regular Dragon Link deck is tier 1 right now. I don't play Chaos Space because if I do play Chaos Space, I might as well just play the regular build, the regular Dragon Link. Like I explained before, I don't use dragon monsters at this very start of the combo at all. I usually see dragons once I make Needle Fiber and then go into Rival's Dragon. So if you do want to play Chaos Space, you have to fit in Striker Dragon and Romulus, which in my build it just simply doesn't have the space. Naruto Vision Dragon, also one of the reason why Rex Dragon Link deck's so good right now. I don't play this in my build. The same reason as why I don't play Chaos Space. No dragon monsters at the start of the combo. So if if you play Naruto Vision Dragon, the only chance that you summon this is probably when you make needle fiber, and then a lot of the time I just find myself like really fuck up the monster zone because of Naruto Vision Dragon. It's a level 7, which doesn't help in terms of making Cherubini, and the only benefit that I can see from Naruto Vision Dragon is just to have one more 100 more attack on both the goddess. Actually 800 more attack. My bad. Moving on to other spells, I have Legacy Guard Dragon and Dragon Shrine. They are not as bad as the Naruto Vision Dragon because you can just activate it and can choose whenever you want to extend. But also Dragon Shrine, in my opinion, for this build, the only use of Dragon Shrine is to dump another LP target into your grave and then bring it out by Pisty. And I just don't find that really useful. I'll say World Legacy Guard Dragon is more useful than Dragon Shrine. But still, I don't play either of those. Burrow Savage Dragon. This build, you can make Burrow Savage Dragon, but also you do, if you really insist on Burrow Savage Dragon, you will probably need to fit in more Tracer and also Absol Striker and Boost Sector Launch. And for this build, I just don't have the space. And like I said before, your extra deck is so tight. You also have to consider taking out the access code or the Theseus, which means you need to take out your Predator Plane engine as well. Violon Cube, this is also an interesting one, but I just like the Garden Rose engine much better. It just helps me making Curious more easily. But you can test with this, but I just the only way. But the thing is, the only way to access it is by needle fiber, which is not guaranteed. Striker Dragon. So for Striker Dragon, I don't play it simply because I just can't. Again, I cannot find the space. I was debating between Striker Dragon or Access Code Talker, but eventually I decided on Access Code, simply because I don't see myself making Striker Dragon that much. Starlight Seyfried. So for this build, if you want to play Starlight, you should only consider this as a target for LP. Don't consider this as a your starter combo, because like I said again, no, I don't play Romulus, and this is just really useless if you don't play Romulus. You only summon this with LP. Now, I just want to quickly talk about the advantage and disadvantage it has compared to the regular Dragon Link. So the advantage, the pros, you can make Dragoon without going into Anaconda, which means that you won't face the problem of having drawing into your brick. Also, another reason why you should play this over the regular Dragon build is that you have access to Fargate. You have an answer for Dark Ruler no more, and also you just shut down all the other good going second spells, which for a regular Dragon Link, having this is just a luxury that they can afford. And in terms of consistency, I would say that it has the same consistency as the regular Dragon Link. However, that also comes at the cost of having less space for hand traps. So for in a regular Dragon Link build, they are usually playing like what 9, 12, 16 hand traps. They can also fit in Berserk Frame package simply because they just have more space, and which for this build I only have like 6 slots for hand traps, which by today's standard it's not going to be enough. But still, having hand traps is better than having no hand traps. So that is one disadvantage of this particular Dragon Link variant. And another thing that I say that you shouldn't play this variant. The reason why you shouldn't play this variant over the regular Dragon Link is that your extra space is also really tight. So in regular Dragon Link, I see they have one Burrow Sword and one Access Cold Talker, and for this build I just don't have that luxury. They also play 2 Striker Dragons, which not only helps start their combo but also helps protect your LP in case LP ever gets ogred. The effect of LP will still get through. So overall, I really like this build a lot. It's just I like it simply because I like it over the regular Dragon Link simply because it just you have access to Dragoon and Floodgate, which in my opinion is much stronger. So that's it for the deck profile. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe, click the bell button, and leave a comments below. If you want to see a combo tutorial, let me know in the comments and I will make it as long as there's enough interest. Thank you everyone. Goodbye.